I just love the architecture. I love the feel. I love the orientation. In this particular location, I love everything about it. The location of this home and the views looking down the valley, it's just spectacular. It's just unbelievable.
When we first came up here, there was nothing here. There were some homes around it, but there's nothing on this particular lot, and it really presented a tremendous opportunity based primarily on the views and the topography that's here.
In the morning when I wake up, I just can't wait to grab my coffee and go outside and listen to the birds and the quiet. The patios, they're very magical because of the overhangs that they have. If you like a little breeze because you're high up, you go to the higher point. And if you like a little more shelter and warmer, you stay outside of your living room or the barbecue area, which is quite nice. And I happen to move from place to place, depending where the sun is and how warm I want to be. It's very magical.
You know, the materials are a little more traditional. They're intended to fit and blend in with the Southwest here. The physical shape and form is actually a little bit more modern. If you look at the way the roofs are done, the ceilings are done, the walls, how the whole thing ties together, it has a little bit of a modern feeling, but done in more traditional materials.
Guests come through the house. Once I open the door, the first thing you hear from the mouth is, wow, it just literally freezes there. It just looks straight out to the view. And you can see the beautiful work that Mr. James Hann, the architect, designed this home. He must have been very passionate.
As you enter the home, there's a little bit of a foyer, and right directly in front of you is the great room. It's got a high ceiling in here. One of the largest things that we were looking at, or one of the greatest things we're trying to do here, is really encourage an inside-outside feel. And with all the sliding doors in the great room, for example, and a lot of the other rooms, they can open the entire thing up to the outdoors. So when you do come in, you have this really grand feeling of, I'm here.
At night time, it's very relaxing, very grand, very warm. It just glows because it has this Tuscan modern architecture, and it has a lot of natural materials inside the home. And when it's proper lighting, it's very, very warm and very comfortable.
You know, as an architect, we create this shell and we try to take it as far as we can, and that's where the design continues on. But then it does take an owner that takes that and then runs with the ball and knows how to take an idea and a concept and then enhance it and make it even better. So when you walk through here, you really see a complete type of design and a complete type of a home, and it really turns a house into a home when that happens. On the right there is a stone column. It's at an angle, and there's a little tiny viewport, so you get a little peekaboo into a wine cellar that's part of the entry experience. The dining room is just to the right, just beyond that, and it participates in the great room here. There's a bar in between, but the transition between the two is intended to be very easy. The ceiling's a little bit lower in there. It's a little different feeling kind of a space, but it really encourages casual conversation and dining.
I like the size of the kitchen, and I like the setup of the kitchen because it's very nice. So you have a nice big island and you have all your cooking elements. You got all the necessary things that a commercial kitchen would have. And you do all your prep, and it's plenty of space, it's plenty of storage. Then it's wide open to your casual dining for 6 or 8 people with a nice big window and the lighting and the chandelier. But yet you have your TV casual area with a fireplace. That's all open. It's all kind of broken into different areas, but it's all one area. And it's quite nice to have a conversation with people while you're cooking. People sit and watch, or sit in the high bar, have your breakfast, or watch TV, or have a conversation, or have a nice evening dinner. So it's very functional and very family kind gathering, get together. It's quite nice. You're in a different part of anywhere in the house. You're in this games room. It has this heavy feel, the rich with the wood, the TVs, it's the bar, and it's quite nice, comfortable sitting area that you can sit in between, playing pool with your friends, and you feel you're totally different part of the house.
Well, it's kind of a little node space, and the walls actually splay out slightly. So the thought was, as you enter, it's almost like a foyer to the master, just sort of like an anteroom as you come to it. And you see a nice little view to the right, and there's a piece of furniture there. And then you actually have the entrance to the master. I think it gives the master a little bit more feeling of, not separation, but more privacy. And so that, you know, when you're there, you know, you're kind of away from everybody else. The bed is to the left, so when you come in, you're looking at more the foot of the bed, and the bed is oriented towards the fireplace at that point. And the whole idea is to try to make it feel very homey and cozy, but a part of the outside as well. As you enter the bathroom, again, it's mostly oriented towards the opportunities for views. You know, there's a lav area that you'll come to first, and then there's the master bath or tub, and that's right at an opportunity where there's a view out the window there. And we put a small fireplace there just to add a little bit of ambiance and to make it feel a little bit homier.
And also, as you walk through, the materials and the different elements, you can never get enough, because you're not looking just a blank wall. You always look in the accent with different materials, the lighting, the interesting aspects of as you walk through. I've been here for 70 years, and I just can't get enough every time. It's that's what makes it very interesting. I do feel I have one of the best spots in Desert Mountain. And the reason is why, because it is slightly elevated, the elevation of the home. Every direction it slopes down, so sitting right on top, and you have spectacular views. And the orientation of this home is facing to the south. This is one of the reasons I bought this home. Looked about 40 different homes, could not find any particular home with a location that is just so beautiful day and night, complementary to enjoying a nice, peaceful, quiet time.
It's got a timeless quality to it, and part of that comes about because of the different elements that are here, both in the shapes and forms and the materials. And the idea is that as you're going through it, you know, every time you're in here, you might see something that's a little bit different. I'm very proud of this house. It's one of my favorite homes that you see. It's one of these ones where all the pieces just kind of fit together.